Hello there. I bet you've seen and heard marketers and brands using Facebook Live to broadcast their business. In recent years, live streaming has become the latest online marketing trend for business owners and entrepreneurs. With live streaming, you can now take your business even further by generating more leads and establishing a stronger brand name. Since live streaming has become a part of Facebook, this is a grand opportunity for you to integrate live streaming into your online marketing. In this module, you'll learn how to use Facebook Live to build engagements, share insights, and build discussions. We'll also cover tips on sharing quick information and how to conduct reviews on your products or service, organizing AMA sessions or Ask Me Anything sessions to build engagements and navigating the Facebook Live map. So let's get started. To use Facebook Live, you'll need to download the Facebook app into your mobile phone, then access your Android or iOS Facebook app once the download is complete. At the top of your newsfeed, in the dialog box, What's on Your Mind, select the live video icon. Next, type in a brief description about your live stream. You can choose an audience for your video depending on your preference at the bar above your live stream description. Finally, tap Go Live and start your live broadcast. You'll notice that the live stream is in session, which is indicated by the live icon in the middle top of your screen. Once you've finished with your live broadcasting, tap on the finish icon on the bottom right of your screen. Just like any other online marketing methods, Facebook Live can do all the same with the exception that the information is being shared live. Here, the engagement between you and the audience is vital, as it's the foundation in sharing information. The easiest way to build engagement is sharing exciting moments that you're experiencing in the moment. This can be live events, interviews, behind the scenes, product launches, and even messages from the CEO or founder of your company, just to name a few. By sharing exciting, interesting, or special moments with your audience, you're building a common interest and a connection with your audience besides just using your brand, products, or services as the main medium. Sharing great moments such as reaching 1,000 likes or followers on your page, or even reaching your business milestones are moments worth sharing and worth celebrating. Besides that, it's an opportunity for you to pull out sales and promotions to commemorate your achievements together with your followers. Vlogging or video blogging is a form of a blog. So instead of writing your daily post, you can do a video about it. It's a form of content that adds value to your live stream through sharing of insights or daily news. What you can do with vlogging is you can share any insights on your business, products, or services as long as it adds value to your audience. With vlogs, you can build various engagements, such as coming up with ideas or discussions alongside your audience. Among other things you can do with Facebook Live is sharing tips with your audience as a means to share quick information that are generally seeked out by your audience. You can also make it more valuable by answering questions that are posted in the comments section of your Facebook Live feed. Another great piece of content that you can do on Facebook Live is reviews. With reviews, you can touch on your own products or services, or it can be a review on other products and services that relate to your business. Reviewing your own products or services is suggested to be your main focus, as you can educate your audience about your products. When your audience are educated and understand the value and benefits that your product or service offers to them, they're more likely to convert to clients, which of course then translates to sales. For example, if you're in the beauty line, you could do a product review on Facebook Live over the multiple types of facial cleansers that you offer, or how to use them on different types of skin. You'd be surprised that most people don't know what type of skin they have, or how to take care of it. That's an opportunity to educate and communicate and then convert to sales. Besides that, you can conduct an AMA, or also known as an Ask Me Anything session, to build up engagement between you and the audience. In AMAs, you provide a topic, set the context, and viewers that participate are given the opportunity to ask questions directly to you. This creates discussions and engagement between you and your audience. Don't underestimate AMAs, as it doubles up as a wonderful tool for research and gathering insights about your audience. For example, if a particular question about a product keeps popping up over and over again, you might want to take note of it because, first, it might indicate that your marketing is not effective in communicating the message. Therefore, it needs to be reviewed in order to be more effective. Second, the product may have flaws and require an upgrade. Third, you might want to put it in your website FAQ so that you can save time from answering the same question over and over again and move on to more engaging questions. Building engagements is the core of Facebook Live. One of the best ways to improve your engagements with your audience is to watch and learn the patterns on how other people build engagements. To view other people's live feed, check out the Facebook Live map. You can easily navigate around the map to find other Facebook Live users all around the globe. In the Facebook Live map interface, the blue dots represent Facebook users that are currently in live stream. You can move around the map with the cursor to any designated location. Once you hover over a blue dot, a video preview will open up indicating how many people are watching, the thumbnail, and the description. This is a good way to get you familiarized with the interface and the engagements from the viewer's perspective. You'll notice that the quality of content will vary from user to user. There are TV stations that broadcast news or television shows, live streams of sports to movies, and there are those who live stream their daily life to show their presence on the live map. Notice that the lines are drawn from all parts of the world to connect to the center of the live stream, which are the viewers that are currently watching. This is a great insight tool to determine where your audiences are located around the world. Just click on the designated dot to start watching the live stream. Once the live stream ends, a notification will follow suit indicating the live stream has ended. To watch the live stream again, the video will be saved and posted on the user's timeline. This allows followers the opportunity to watch the recorded live stream. Optimize your live stream by ensuring that your internet connection is strong, because a live stream that is constantly buffering due to slow internet speed or constantly disconnected can severely affect the viewing experience, to say the least. As a solution, please do get yourself on a high-speed internet connection. Otherwise, don't attempt a live stream as a business. It would be very frustrating to view a low-resolution live stream that is constantly disconnecting, and that frustration normally results in lost viewership. Next up, writing a description of your live stream can greatly influence the viewer's decision to tune in. To influence their decision, write a benefit or a desired end result in the description. For example, quote, "Watch behind the scenes to the grand awards," unquote. Or, quote, "3 steps to getting $20,000 in 23 days. It has to have a hook in order to pique interest, is what I'm saying. There are 4 ways in maximizing your engagements through the description. The first way is to have a short description that's straight to the point. Ideally, it should be between 200 to 500 words. The second way is to include a strong call to action to prompt your followers to head over to your site. For example, stating in your description to click on the link to receive a special promotional price for the next 24 hours. Third, your, quote, "subscribe here" link allows you to direct your followers to your site and to capture their info. The fourth way is to insert your links into your live stream description for your followers, especially if you're running multiple social media sites like Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. This is a great way to expose your other social media sites to build followers, not just... Hi there and welcome back. In this module, we'll cover optimizing your Facebook Live traffic. By the end of this video tutorial, you'll learn the necessary steps and strategies to optimize your Facebook Live. Getting massive traffic flow to your live stream can be done by determining the best time and date to go live. And to get things running, proper planning is necessary. First is the preparation stage, where you generate ideas on what you plan to talk about during your live stream. While it's good to maintain a certain element of being impromptu and improvising, planning would help to minimize the awkward silences, which help to elevate the quality of the live stream. When you go live, there's little to no room for error because you won't be able to edit things out. Other elements of planning to consider is how long the live stream will be. What other opportunities do you have during the live stream to meet your objectives like sales, promotions, brand awareness, and so on, and the right time to go live. Once your planning is done, the next step is to inform your followers that you'll be conducting a live stream on Facebook at the determined time and date. This will prompt your audience and followers to be ready and make time for the live stream, especially when it's educational and adds value. You'd want to prompt them and create hype because your live stream can be part of a bigger marketing campaign or sales funnel. Therefore, you want the maximum number of audiences tuning in when you go live. Blast out the message through email and other social media sites. In your announcement, write a compelling and simple description for your live stream. Include an end benefit for your audience. Always think about WIIFM. What's in it for them? Why should your audience tune in? What benefit will they get? This helps in creating desire, and you can also advertise the announcement on Facebook to gain more followers. There's no hard and fast rule about how long or short your live stream should be. What you need to take into consideration is to communicate a start and end time for your live stream in your announcements. This helps your audience in managing their time better and is so important, especially if you're selling or promoting something at the end of your live stream. You'd want your audience to be tuned in right up to the end so you can close with the sales pitch. For duration, any form of live video discussions such as reviews, vlogs, or live AMA sessions usually take about 30 minutes to an hour. Of course, this depends on you and the amount of questions raised by your audience during the live stream. A quick tip is to put up a timer in front of you to manage your time better. The timer on Facebook Live is really too small, and looking at it too many times throughout the live stream breaks eye contact with your audience. Short, live video sessions such as announcements and breaking news can be between 4 to 10 minutes long. If it's a live training or discussion session, it's best to break down your sessions into parts instead. With this approach, it's easier for your audience to learn and skip to the parts that appeal to them most. When you schedule your live stream, take into consideration the location of your primary target audience. Recommended best times to go live are at night between 7 to 9 p.m. or during weekends at 9 a.m. Generally, these are the times when your audience is back home from work and most likely to be on Facebook. Though these are the recommended times, what you can do is to put up a schedule in advance and educate your audience on the timing of when you're going to go live. It'll take a while at the beginning, but once you've done it a couple of times, your audience will know and anticipate your live streams. Also, take into consideration your time zone. This is important because when you have audiences from all around the world, you can't please everyone. But what you can do is first determine your primary target audience, then understand what time zone they're in and cater to their preference and go live. Of course, you'd need to balance it out with your own time as well, because there's no point in going live at a time zone that's best suited to your primary target audience, but is 3 a.m. in the morning at your side. You'll have to go live looking tired and haggard in the long run, and you'll get burned out. In summary, it'll be hard and uncomfortable at the beginning, and generally speaking, by the third time you go live, you should already have a template which you can then reuse or modify to suit to your marketing or business needs over and over again. But then, the key is to be consistent and don't. Hello and welcome back to this video tutorial where we'll cover utilizing Facebook Live as part of your sales funnel. By the end of this video, you'll learn how to integrate Facebook Live with your sales funnel and have it scale even further. A sales funnel is defined as the buying process that you lead your audience through when they purchase your products. This is divided into several steps and generally has a front-end offer and then an upsell or a downsell. The model and the steps involved vary from business to business, and all funnels have one thing in common, which is to induce a high degree of selling and purchasing with the customer. There are 3 ways to integrate Facebook Live into your sales funnel. The first is to have a call to action in your live stream. A call to action, or CTA for short, is a directive issued by you as the brand or business owner to have the audience take some form of action. That action can be expressed as sharing a link, or click and go to a website, or click and download, and of course my favorite, buy this now. You'd be surprised as to how many business owners and brands fail at this part. They hesitate to ask for the sale because of limiting beliefs and self-sabotage, resulting in an awkward sales pitch. CTAs are done at the end of your live stream because trust and credibility have been built between you and your audience at that point. If you ask someone to buy at the beginning of your live stream, it doesn't make sense because they haven't gotten to know you yet, like you, or trust you. And people buy from people they trust. You can also combine CTAs with scarcity tactics, where you limit the product or promotional offer by limiting quantity or limiting time. For example, the first 5 to register will get a bonus valued at $5,000. Or the second example is buy this now at a promotional price of $197 and save $400 only for the next 72 hours. The second way is to add a link that leads to the sales page for your product or service. It's recommended to add the link once you're done streaming because you want to have the focus on the live stream. If you add or reveal the link too early before your call to action, your audience would potentially have the perception that all you care about is sales and money. You then lose their trust and potentially you lose them as your audience. To track and analyze clicks on your link, use link management services such as bit.ly.com. It's free to use, and you can customize your link to look more professional and branded instead of a jumbled up computer-generated link. For example, bit.ly/72-hour fire sale. The free Bitly account also offers you analytics on total clicks on the link and location and origin of the clicks. This is important because the data received will help you plan better for your next marketing campaign. The premium account offers more robust data, such as detailed reports on the time the link is clicked. The third way to integrate Facebook Live into your sales funnel is through content. Content is the hook in getting your audience interested in your product offering. It's the bridge between you and your visitors. The content shared needs to be of value, of course, and of relevance to your audience. It's best that the content provides a solution to a painful problem that they're experiencing. Serve them at the highest degree, and you'll find that your audience will follow you to the ends of the earth because you are an expert authority. Now that we've covered 3 ways to integrate Facebook Live into your sales funnel, next, you'd want to develop a scalable sales funnel. There are 3 stages to that. The first stage is to attract visitors. When you're live streaming on Facebook, the first step is to get as many of your audiences from other social media sites to watch your Facebook live stream. You can do that by announcing the details to your live stream across all your social media sites. Then the challenge is, how do you get new visitors and turn them into prospects and customers? There are 2 surefire ways. The first is paid advertising on Facebook. Highlight their interest, solution to their problem, or a benefit, and have them sign up to be reminded on the live stream. This is a good way to attract new visitors and also build up your mailing list, and you can maximize revenue from the list later through email marketing. The second way is to strategically set up 2 to 3 short live stream sessions detailing that you'll be having a Facebook Live session on a particular date and time covering a certain topic. Then you deploy the scarcity tactic and let the viewers who are tuning in know that you're not sure if you will do another Facebook Live session again after that. So if they know someone or want someone to benefit from the upcoming Facebook Live session, tag them in the comment section below and remind them to make time for it. This way you get free word of mouth advertising on Facebook. The second stage is converting your visitors into prospects. Here you offer something of value in exchange for their name and email address. This is, again, to build your mailing list, which in turn builds your online business, because the rule of thumb for any online business is that you do not have a list, you don't have a business. In the offer to your visitors, you can do a giveaway in the form of an ebook. video training, or templates. There are many types of giveaways, and the three mentioned are generally the easiest to produce with high perceived value from the public. Note that your content needs to be specific, add value, and target a specific niche or problem area for your customers. The third stage is converting your prospects into customers. In this stage, this is where you sell or make an offer. There are multiple ways to make an offer to your audience, and it's generally divided into two paths: direct and indirect. Indirect, we're talking about hard selling to your audience, where you make an offer at high energy and deploy scarcity tactics, price slashes, discounts, and disqualifying your audiences. In indirect, you make the intention to sell upfront at the end of the live stream. In indirect, you make the intention to sell upfront, and at the end of the live stream, you reveal the details of the offer. There are no hard and fast rules on which method works better than the other because each path has its own pros and cons. To determine which path to take for your business, first, you need to determine your brand values. Is your brand vocal, passive, or active? If you deploy hard selling tactics, does it match your brand values? Next is to understand the context or circumstances in which your audiences were brought in. Was there an indication at the beginning that your audience would be subjected to hard selling? When you've decided on the two mentioned criteria, the next is to test it out. Execute the tactics and evaluate the results. If it's not getting you the results that you want, review, do an evaluation, and change things up. Remember that your goal doesn't change, but how you get there can be flexible. Once you've found a pattern that works for you, next is to scale it up by pumping in money for advertising to funnel as many visitors in as you can into the Facebook live stream. Most sales funnels end here, but hey, here's a bonus stage for you. The bonus stage is turning your customers into your dedicated promoters. This will help you maximize on free advertising through word of mouth and opinion leadership. This is where you introduce a referral or affiliate program. There are two ways you can deploy this, which are either public or exclusive. Public would be openly informing every visitor on your website that you have an affiliate and referral program and that they can sign up at a separate page for more details. In exclusive, what you can do is pull up sales data and filter out customers who've already bought your products or engaged with your services. They are then sent a private invitation to be an affiliate where they can earn extra income by promoting the product or service. They'll receive a commission for every customer that they bring in that purchases the product or service, and you can decide for the commissions to be either in percentage or fixed rate. Well, that marks the end of this module. Through 3+1 stages of Facebook Live sales funnels, you're maximizing your opportunities to turn visitors into your potential loyal. In this module, we'll cover how to generate more leads after your live stream. There are two strategic approaches you can do. One is reposting your live stream videos to increase engagement and generate leads. Two is with Facebook Live Analytics, where you can analyze your statistics on your followers and insights to further improve your marketing plan and strategies. To generate more leads, first you need to attract visitors to tune into your Facebook live stream. And to do that, you need a compelling thumbnail together with a good description. It's important because images communicate quicker than words, especially when your audience are scrolling through their Facebook newsfeed. To do this, click on the date of the post in the timeline to open it and then click on Edit. You'll be directed to the Edit Video page. In this section, you'll have the option to utilize the basic captions and advanced tabs. Basic captions allows you to choose a category that suits your video, which makes your video easier to show up in the search feed. You can come up with your own title and upload a thumbnail as well. Similar to YouTube, Facebook will automatically generate default thumbnails based on the content of your video. Compared to using default thumbnails generated by Facebook, it's advised to design your own thumbnail because you have more control over its appearance, and it can also be branded. Once your recorded live stream footage has been posted, keep track of the engagements, such as likes, shares, and comments. Gaining leads in your live stream is important to gain more insights on your audience interest or inquiry into your products or services of your business. Through Facebook Insight, you can now assess the performance of your live stream, and that will help you improve in your future live streams. To analyze your video stats, go to your Facebook page and click on Insights at the top. Scroll to the left side towards the navigation section and select Videos. On the right-hand side, you can see your video views in the chart, and if you want to alter the date range, just key in the dates in the start and end boxes. You have the option to filter your stats in organic versus paid, auto-played versus click-to-play, or unique versus repeat. In Figure 2, the video view in the news feed lasts for 3 seconds, even if the video is auto-played or clicked-to-play. For additional details, you can hover and then click anywhere on the chart. Overview metrics can assist you by determining the right days that are good for live streaming, as well as to compare the right type of approach that leads to a video view. It's important because you want your audience to watch your video from the start right to the end. To access your Facebook Live Analytics, head over to your Facebook page and access your video page located on the left side. Next, click on Video Library to access your live videos. Next, referring to figure 4, access your video statistics by clicking on the video title. In this particular video detail, the performance analytics for Facebook Live videos are entirely the same for normal videos on Facebook Analytics. Besides insights on your statistics, you can access each metric in detail to analyze how the statistics change over time when you're live streaming. Take for instance, if you click into peak live viewers, the interactive graph will tell you at which point in your live stream you got the highest live viewers. To nail down which part of your Facebook Live videos works, you need to find your live video statistics, understand it, and boost up your live video metrics. Facebook Live Analytics provides more detailed metrics compared to normal videos in 2 formats. In 10-second views, you find out how many viewers have watched 10 seconds or more of your live stream. The stats will even indicate the percentage of how many visitors have watched with the audio on and off. In figure 8, a high completion rate is a good sign that your live stream is good, as long as the percentage is above 25%. Based on the data obtained from this metric, you can determine which live stream content has the most consistent viewership, and you know at which point your viewership drops off. This is a great way to estimate and plan the duration of your future live streams. In the Post Views tab, you can check out and see how many visitors you have to reach during your live stream, total views, and the engagements that occurred throughout the live stream in the form of reactions, comments, and shares. You can also check out your view post clicks, divided by clicks to play and link clicks. Any negative feedback in the form of hide post or unlike page can be seen in this section as well. The negative feedback does not entirely affect your overall quality of your live stream, as long as the percentage is 1% or less of the total reach. In the Video Views tab, you can access the metrics data gathered to determine which type of content received the best reactions and engagement. With these results, you can optimize your overall quality of your future live streams. That marks the end of this module. In summary, with Facebook Live Analytics, you can understand how your followers are responding to your live stream to help you develop better code there. In this module, I'm going to walk you through how to target and retarget your Facebook audience through Facebook Ads Manager and the Facebook Pixel. This strategy is only applicable once you have your email list and engagements on your site. For targeting, I'm going to guide you on how to create lookalike audience with Facebook Ads Manager. And for retargeting, I'm going to be utilizing Facebook Pixel. Lookalike audience is an approach that allows you to reach out to new people that are likely to be interested in your product or service. You don't have to compile all your data or statistics to get this approach running. What you need is your email list to be uploaded to Facebook Adverts Manager. To create lookalike audience, go to Adverts Manager at your Audiences section. Click on Create Audiences at the top left and then select Create a Lookalike Audience from the drop-down. Next, choose Custom Audience and select Customer File. You can either choose a file or copy and paste your customer's data, or import your customer's email addresses. In the next section, you're prompted to choose the country where you'd like to find a similar customer base. Finally, choose your desired audience size with the slider and click Create Audience. From here, Facebook will find the people who are most likely to be interested in your product or service. The next strategy is utilizing retargeting on your Facebook advertising campaigns with Facebook Pixel. Facebook Pixel is a piece of code that allows you to measure, optimize, and build audiences for your ad campaigns. With Facebook Pixel, you can track the actions visitors take on your website across devices, and this will inform you the performance of your Facebook ads. Among the various interactions that Facebook Pixel will track is tracking how your customers are moving between devices before conversion happens. This will determine the number of visitors and the percentage of users who would see your ad across desktop or mobile. Facebook Pixel will optimize your ads to target people who are most likely to take action, and this is defined as either making a purchase or signing up for an application. Facebook Pixel will also automatically run ads based on the relevance and best time for visitors to visit your site. So if you're running an ad and there are no actions taken, then you'd want to kill the ad and change to a new one. In Facebook advertising, it's all about testing and more testing to get it right. Another approach is to retarget your audience back to your upsells. How this strategy works is that after your audience has interacted with your ads and no purchases or conversions took place, what you can do is retarget your sales ads back to these audiences for another chance of selling. A smart way is to create an ad that specifically targets their most likely reason of not buying or converting. If you want to invest more resources on your ads, place more emphasis on your back-end sales instead, because that's the part where you make the most money out of it. That marks the end of this module. In summary, with these two strategies of utilizing Facebook Ads Manager and Facebook Pixel, you're saving your time and resources by coming up with better ads to suit your there. In this module, I'll be walking you through how to build your Facebook Pixel and event conversions. Facebook Pixel combines the functionality of the Facebook Conversion Pixel and the Custom Audience Pixel into a single pixel. Through that combination, you can now build your audiences with Facebook Pixel instead of relying on Conversion Pixel and Custom Audience Pixel. If you're still utilizing these two features, it's time to upgrade to Facebook Pixel. To create your Facebook pixel, click on your ad account in your business manager. Next, click on Tools from the top menu, and from the drop-down menu, select Pixels. On the next page, make sure your Facebook pixel has been selected on the top left, and then click on Create a Pixel button, located at the middle column. Next, you'll be prompted to name your pixel. Choose a name that represents the business because you're only allowed to have one pixel per ad account. If you're advertising for more than a single website, it's best to create a new ad account for each website to ensure that the data gathered is accurate. Once you've named your ad account, click on Create Pixel button. A pop-up will appear prompting you to install your pixel code. To install the pixel code, you can either use a tag manager tool or other e-commerce sites that offer Facebook integration to upload your pixel code. If your site is on Shopify, the process is much easier. Scroll through the code and search for a set of 15 numbers. That will be your pixel ID, and copy this number. Next, scroll towards your Shopify admin, head to your settings, and click on Online Store. The second choice is to copy and paste the code from the Pixels page in Ads Manager. Click on Actions to view the code. Copy the entire base code and paste it between the head tags on each web page or in your website template to set it up on your entire website. Save it under the name Facebook Pixel, brand name or domain name. By naming your pixel code, you don't have to track back to your pixel code and instead copy-paste from the text file. Click Save. Once the code is created, check out the Facebook Pixel Helper to ensure that the code is working properly. Next is to install the Facebook Pixel. If you're not familiar with coding, there are various plugins for installing Facebook Pixels on the website. To install the code, open up the code editor to the page you want to track. Look between the head tags near the top of the page and paste the Facebook Pixel code right there. If you have existing code between the head tags, place the pixel code underneath it but above the head. Next, your Facebook pixel code will appear like the diagram above, except that your pixel ID will be different from the 10-digit code above. Code example. Lastly, in your Facebook pixel code, above the closing script tag, paste the standard event code that is relevant to your page, for example, Add to Cart button. It's necessary to go through this process for every page if you want to track your Add to Cart as an example. There are various standard event codes available in Facebook Pixel for you to track, and each event code represents a specific action. Event codes allow you to see the total number of audience that goes through your funnel and the list of actions that they take. From each action, you could determine if people are adding products to cart or even adding payment info. What if people are viewing your content but they're not making a purchase? Through these codes, you can pinpoint which stage requires adjustment to get the action steps to flow from viewing products to making a purchase. In Facebook Pixel, Website Custom Audience is how Facebook helps you to retarget website visitors. This part has been covered in Module 5 on how to target and retarget audiences. Besides creating custom audiences, you can create custom conversions as well by selecting a completion page and renaming the conversion. Do note that the completion page is your thank you page. With custom conversion, you can pick the type of conversion, such as purchase, and add a monetary value. For example, if I create a custom conversion that tracks visitors to a product download page, I can include the price of the product. This feature will assist me in figuring out if my ad campaigns are profitable. Let's say I charge $35 for my product, but I'm spending $40 for every purchase that comes from Facebook ads. I'm making a loss in advertising as my advertising expenditure is higher than my revenue and profit margin. Therefore, I would need to make adjustments to my Facebook ad. The best part about custom conversion is that once it's created, it'll be tracked for all my ads, whether I decide to optimize for it or not. Your customer conversions are constantly being tracked, and you can create a report for every single ad that displays the conversion rate for any of your custom conversions. That marks the end of this module. In summary, with Facebook Pixel and event conversions, you can easily track your audience interaction with your ads and optimize the actions taken to increase conversion. Hello there! In this module, I'm going to show you how to use Facebook video ads to market your business. Utilizing video ads is the next big thing, besides doing Facebook ads, because video content is becoming the main focus on Facebook. So instead of posting articles, make a video out of it instead. Before you post your video into your page, at your video editor page, go to the boosted video option and target your preferred demographics. This will drive traffic from your targeted video ads to your video content, and it will build engagement. For any post that you've posted into your newsfeed, don't boost your post. Instead, use Facebook ads to target your audience. This is because boosting will target a general audience instead of your targeted niche. In advertising, you want to be focused and put the ad in front of the right target audience to increase conversions. There are two factors that will reduce the cost of spending on video ads. First is your content video engagement in the form of likes, shares, and comments. If the content is engaging enough, it will show up in the newsfeed. That means your video content is building up exposure on its own, and at that point, you can effectively cut down your cost of running your video ads. Second, based on your video ad insights, if a specific target group is is not performing well, you can stop running your video ads for that particular group. You can either run it on different target groups or start advertising new video ads on different video content. There are elements which you need to take note of in optimizing your video advert. First is to keep your text page to a minimum of 90 characters. Bear in mind that only the first and second sentence of your video ad will be seen. The remainder of the text will be hidden under the read more sign. Therefore, ensure that the beginning sentence has a hook or communicates a benefit from watching the video. Think about why should your target audience watch the video in the first place? What's in it for them? If it doesn't capture people to watch your video ads will be overlooked. The most important element to pique your audience interest to watch your video ads is the video thumbnail. Bear in mind that most Facebook users will keep their autoplay option deactivated on their mobile devices, and they will need to click on the thumbnail to start the video. For desktops, most Facebook users will keep their autoplay option activated unless they switch it off. Facebook generates a range of snapshots from your video ads for you to use as your thumbnail. If the generated thumbnails aren't attractive enough though, you can customize your own thumbnail that suits your video ads and upload it to your Facebook video editor. Facebook video ads aspect ratio is 16:9 or 1:1 for square videos, so it's best to render video ads that fit into that format and applies to your thumbnail as well. Not every image may work. You may have to test it out and try different thumbnail images to determine the best one that works. But again, Facebook advertising is all about testing. Mobile users have surpassed desktop users in terms of overall internet usage. That means there are potentially more Facebook mobile users compared to Facebook desktop users. Now, that doesn't entirely mean it's best to spend your resources on mobile feed ads. The best way to draw out which ad to spend on is to run both at the same time, and the results will show which ads are performing better. Remember, testing, and more testing. Hello there. In this module, I'll give you a walkthrough on creating your Facebook ad campaign. In the previous 3 modules, we covered on how to target your audience, how to build your Facebook pixel, and how to utilize Facebook video ads. Here, we'll go through the steps to get your Facebook ad campaign set up in no time. To start creating an ad on Facebook, log into your Facebook page and click on the top right corner and look for Create Ads section. First, you're required to choose the objective of your campaign. There are various marketing objectives that you can choose from, and each objective produces different results. For this tutorial, I'll be focusing on conversion objectives because it's where you want to encourage and persuade your audience to purchase your product or service. Sales means revenue, and that means profit. There are 3 subcategories that fall under the conversion objective. First, there are the conversions that help you get more visitors to use your site. Second, there's the product catalog sale that displays products from your product catalog based on your target audience. Third, there are store visits to promote multiple business locations to people who are nearby. Once you've selected an objective that's most relevant to your business, choose a conversion pixel or app event depending on what you want to track. Events are defined as sections that happen on your website, either as a result of Facebook adverts or organic reach. The event code allows you to track those actions and use them in your advertisement. Next is adding your custom audience. If you have a handle on who your target audience is, you can proceed to add in the details and go to the next step. If you haven't determined your target audience, you can use Facebook or Google Analytics to learn more about your current customers, including which searches lead them to your site and where they're located. Next section is choosing your ad placements, and you can select either automated placement or narrow down your ad placements. Placements means on which platform you'd like your ad to appear in. Ad placements that are available for advertising are Facebook desktop and mobile feeds, Facebook right column, Instagram, and audience network. If you're driving conversions to your site with Facebook ads, stick with Facebook desktop and mobile feeds. For budgeting, recommended spending is $50 if you're opting to drive conversions for 5 days. Each day, Facebook will take up to $10 per day towards advertising your ad. You don't necessarily have to go beyond $50 for Facebook ads because you want to test it out first before investing a higher amount. Test to find the right advert, and when you find that formula, then scale it up by investing more into the ad spend. Imagine investing $100 for your ads and the results aren't what you aim for. Running ads is all about testing, and you have to keep trying different variations of ads to get the right conversion for your target audience. Hello there. In this module, we'll cover refining your Facebook ads to increase conversions to your site through 4 optimization strategies. Creating Facebook ad campaigns requires a lot of optimizations, tests, and patience. Testing will assist you to determine the changes that are required to be made to your ad campaign, and this will lead to better results from your Facebook ads. Utilizing lookalike audience is a great strategy to generate massive traffic to your site and build a massive list of customers. To refine your lookalike audience, you need to test your ads using different selection of interests when you're building your ad. Once you've found the right set of lookalike audience and interest, it'll help in reducing the cost for conversion. The next strategy is breaking down your audience into various categories instead of defining it as a single entity. This will allow you to design and communicate specific messages to various audiences. Through this approach, you can potentially increase your audience engagement and improve conversions from each audience category separately. This approach will allow you to effectively target each audience with specific messaging instead of running a single ad campaign for both platforms. To determine which ad campaigns work better, you'll need to run a split test. Two different ad campaigns mean both are targeted to different audiences to avoid any similarities in the result. You don't need a massive ad spend budget to cover a split test. Just put up your standard Facebook ads budget and split it between two different ad campaigns. Another approach you can do is to expand the age gap of your target audience. For example, I'm putting up an ad targeting tech-savvy users, and most advertisers will pick an age range of 18 to 44 years of age. By increasing the age gap, you'll be lowering the cost per conversion. Remember to test your ads, track its performance, and stop those that are not performing. Keep what's working and scale when you find the right formula. Hello there. In this module, we'll cover how to turn your Facebook profile into an authority figure. If you've created your Facebook page already, you can still go through with this module on optimizing your Facebook page. Facebook has become the main platform for every business, and marketers as well, to build their brand and business. Compared to using emails to interact with your prospects and customers, Facebook has the capacity to assist you in reaching out to a global audience through its own SEO. Let's start with creating your Facebook page. Select the arrow in the top right corner and then select Create Page. You're then required to choose from 6 categories that your business is in. If you're running a local brick and mortar business, select local business or place. If it's an online business without a physical store, go with brand or product. The other 4 categories are self-explanatory. Company, organization is suited for a business that runs local or international outlets. A community page is for running community-based events such as community services or crowdfunding initiatives. If you're running a Kickstarter campaign, choose the entertainment page and pick the public figure page if you want to establish yourself as a public figure. Once you've selected your category page, choose a category for your product or service and key in the name of your business. After that, select Get Started to create your Facebook page. Now that you've created your Facebook page, the next step is to fill up all the details of your page. Select the arrow at the middle left corner and then select About. It's important that you write a short description because it's the first thing that people see and read when they search for your Facebook page. Your short description is the summary of your page, and you're limited to 155 characters to tell people who you are. Be clear and concise. Describe what you do and why they should follow and like your page, and you got yourself a good description. For example, Adobe's Facebook page. The description in the About section is just 8 words, and it spells what the company does, while the rest of the company details are appropriately laid out around the different sections of the Facebook page. The next part is optimizing images on your Facebook page. You can optimize your main profile image, cover image, and the image post size, and these are important as it helps to build visual branding and develop consistency. Facebook profile pictures use a square image, so your profile picture has to be cropped to the square size before uploading. The profile image uses 180 pixels wide and 180 pixels tall. In the display, it will appear as 160 by 160 pixels. For newsfeed or image posts, the size is optimized to 470 pixels wide and 394 pixels tall. Once the image is uploaded to the newsfeed, the aspect ratio will be scaled down to 235 pixels wide and 197 pixels tall. For your Facebook cover image, the standard size is 851 pixels wide and 315 pixels tall. To maximize your Facebook cover image, you can put in arrow cues to direct visitors to either like your page, follow on your page, or even direct your visitors to your sales page. Your cover photo depends entirely on your creativity, so play around with the visuals and make full use of the features that are available on your Facebook page. To create the best engagement experience for all Facebook users, Facebook has stepped up their game by providing Facebook page users the freedom to configure their page to suit their business needs. To change your template, select the arrow in the middle left corner and then select Edit Page. On the Template section, click on Edit. In this section, you're given the choice to pick a template which has the most suitable features and tabs to suit your business. Last but not least, you can add a link to your Facebook page to direct your visitors and followers to your web page. To add a link to your page, select the arrow in the right corner and then select the Add or Plus button. Click on Use Our App or Game at the bottom of the page and select Use App. Place your web link and click on Add button on the bottom right corner to complete the setup. And that marks the end of this module. Good luck back. In this module, we'll walk through how to turn your visitors into leads and customers in 4 steps. By the end of this tutorial, you'll know the 6 steps covering content creation, promoting content, retargeting, and using social ads. For the first step, you need content to build engagement, but researching what kind of content to use can sometimes be, time consuming. You can accelerate this process by finding keywords and topics that are searched by your target audience and then design content around it. This works because your audience is actively searching for it. Tools such as IFTT and BuzzSum will assist you in your research. You can also outsource the creation of content to online freelancers. Sites such as Upwork.com and Fiverr.com have many freelance content writers, and hiring them is relatively affordable when you factor in the amount of potential leads that you're generating as a result of great content. As a business owner, of course, you want to be focused on money-generating activities like sales. In the second step, you can further leverage your best content created by advertising it on social media. This will help you reach out to a wider target audience. Content marketing is important because there are hundreds of content published on a daily basis, and that's a lot of white noise. It's easy for one piece of content to be lost in all that clutter. Here are 3 approaches to amplify your content. First, you can reach out to people with massive influence. Engage with them and have them advertise your content. Leverage off their status and influence and market to their audience. This works best if their audience is, of course, similar to yours. Second, you can remarket your content by retargeting it through advertising. Third is to get involved in an online community that has your target audience. In there, you build a reputation and contribute to the community. That way you build credibility and trust among the members of the community, which then makes it easier when you want to promote or make an offer to them. Coming back to turning visitors into leads and customers, the third step is remarketing to an audience. This is done by tagging site visitors with a browser cookie. A remarketed audience is an audience which you'd want to re-engage with again and again because there's potential conversion to sales. You can create remarketed audiences based on user behavior on your site. You then use these audiences as the base for your remarketing campaign in your Facebook ad account. When a visitor visits your website after clicking on a Facebook advert, sometimes they may not complete the full sales process. They might leave out putting in their contact details or abandon carts at checkout or even add products to the cart but not finish processing it. There are many reasons for them not to purchase. It could be no time, no money, or the product is not for them. So the best way to remarket to them is by utilizing your Facebook Pixel to create a custom audience from your site. With Facebook Pixel, you can bring your site visitors back to the purchasing stage or search for new visitors that share similar traits to your customers. In the fourth step, you apply behavioral and demographic filters to the audience. Here's where you use the demographic and segmentation tools from Facebook. Elements that you need to analyze, such as Facebook users' recent purchasing behavior, is an effective approach in finding the right audience. Purchasing behavior such as buyer profiles, clothing, food and drink, health and beauty, and more are all covered by Facebook as well. Facebook ads also have the option to narrow down to live events. You can also utilize Facebook ads for layer targeting on top of one another, which helps you to refine your flow there. In this module, I'll walk you through how to reach thousands of followers with your Facebook page. At this point, you've probably created and optimized your Facebook page and have started running your Facebook ads. You're getting a lot of visitors and leads who then turn into customers that buy stuff from you. But the next stage is creating loyal followers. Branding is important, especially when it comes to social media. You want to project a positive impression of your brand in the mind of your audience, and to do that, your brand or your business needs to have a voice. That voice is defined as the way your brand speaks and interacts with customers online, and it needs to match your brand values. Is it serious, casual, conversational, or something else? Once you've crafted a tone of voice for your brand or business, the key is to be consistent because it represents the personality of the brand. To maintain top-of-mind recall amongst your target audience, you need to be consistent. A good example is Starbucks, where they maintain a positive and conversational tone of voice in engaging with audiences on their page. They also take the effort to reply to comments instead of just overlooking them or ignoring them. This creates engagement and helps to build a connection between brand and business with their customers. You could also use your Facebook page to show your audience a behind-the-scenes look at your business. This works as it's something they normally don't have the chance to experience otherwise. The idea is to take your audience on a personal journey because it's through such a journey that credibility and trust are built. You could use this opportunity to elevate your perceived brand value as well. For example, if your business has a very high standard in quality management, then you'd want to show it to your audience and to the world that you have such high standards. That's a selling point. And in this case, a behind-the-scenes photo at DreamWorks, one of the greatest animation studios that has produced many great animation classics. With a brand name like this, people would be curious to see how it looks and how production works behind the scenes. Recognizing and appreciating your audience on your Facebook page is another good way to turn them into your raving fans. Unless it's a complaint about the product or service, people generally don't expect to reply to their general comments, as there are hundreds and sometimes thousands of comments. So replying to a seemingly random post can sometimes result in a pleasant surprise. In this example, Robert Downey Jr., who plays Iron Man in the Avengers films, credits an artist for sharing his art on his Facebook page. Now, the easy way out is to ignore the posting because there are just so many to reply to. Understandably, celebrities are busy people, but Robert went out of his way to credit the artist, which then puts both the artist and Robert in a positive light. Direct engagement is another way in bringing your audience closer and becoming your loyal followers. What you do is to reply to posts and questions on your Facebook page as promptly as possible. This is a different take towards customer inquiries, and it's a break from the norm of calling up a customer service center, press a couple of numbers, and be on hold for the longest time just to get one answer. Keeping track of every comment and request can be overwhelming if you have a lot of engagements on every post. You can better manage this by utilizing your notification settings, where you can be notified only when a comment is posted. The trickiest part is probably dealing with negative feedback and responses. Most businesses and public figures would either turn a blind eye or remove or hide the comment from the comment box. So what do you do when you receive negative feedback or a rant on your Facebook page? Well, first of all, it's impossible to please everyone. The energy of the business is better focused on creating and adding value to your customers. Understand this: what you focus on grows. The more you focus on the negative part, the bigger it becomes. Likewise, when you focus on the positive side of things and amplify it. Of course, if it's a legitimate inquiry or complaint about your product or service, don't shy away from it or ignore it, as the customer may turn into a negative raving fan and spread more negativity. Take it as an opportunity to serve the customer at the highest degree and solve that problem right then and there. You're recommended to take it offline and speak directly with the customer to solve the problem. Then post up the solution in the comment box as closure after you've solved it. Last but not least, have fun with your audience. This is how you'd want to build thousands of followers on your Facebook page. In summary, you're maintaining a long-term conversation with your followers on Facebook. And because it's long-term, you've got to add value and make it meaningful.